sleeping now. You gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lots of us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said, the people who us, the people lots of us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not know. I said, we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, they betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look up. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. We tired with the promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you.
Yeah, let me say good afternoon to you, because afternoon to my aunt. It's good to be here as well, back again. We did some on TikTok and we're here on Facebook Live.
The people fool us, the people lie to us.
Like I said, I'm here again to be sense in the heads of some of the so-called young people. I want to be sense in their heads. Those of them that are coming on social media, or they are still sitting on this blue app on TikTok, and they are confusing themselves. They stay confusing themselves, and then they're telling themselves that indeed, not telling me, but telling themselves, speaking to themselves and saying that George Weah was the best president ever in Liberia. That George Weah was the most peaceful leader Liberia ever had. I want to be sense in the heads of these so-called young people, but confused and have no idea as to what they really want. Education is good. Education is good, but at the same time, if you are educated, you have to make good use of it. If you think you are educated as well, you have to share knowledge. And that's why, for me, I will continue to do. If you go on YouTube, I got a lot of videos there. Maxson Kpakio, if you go on YouTube. And so I'm back again to beat sense in the heads of these young people, so-called young people, who have no sense of direction. They are still confused. For the past 6 years, they've been confused, and they are still living in that confused state. How dare you to come on social media to put at least 20 megabytes, 30 megabytes on your phone for you to come sit down on this particular blue app and tell people that indeed your God, capital small G, God, George Weah, was the best president ever the country had, or he was the most peaceful leader in our country. Are you mad? Or why are you being so mad like this? Let me not even ask you a question. Why are you being mad? Why are you being crazy? Why are you being stupid to think that way? For 6 good years, 6 years, this man sat on your necks. Yes, you're the young people. Because of greed, this man sat on your necks. Because of wanting everything for himself, he sat down on your future. And you hear you calling him, you sitting down on TikTok, you referring to him as the best president ever Liberia had, as one of the most peaceful person. I'll come here break down some of the things and educate you, because you need to get off this TikTok. You left Facebook, now you're going to TikTok, hiding there, because a lot of people a lot of Liberians are not there. But I'm there. I'm following you guys. You can't be so stupid and naive like this. And some of you are even though you call yourself a young person or youth or so, but you are above 30 years old. You're sitting down on the TikTok there. You're talking nonsense. You're talking bullshit. You're speaking out of your minds. That George Weah was the best president ever. Let me start with the presidency before we come to the peace nonsense you're talking about. That George Weah was the most ever been the most ever peaceful leader in Liberia. Best president? You're the young people. Let me agree with your pronouncement that you are young or so, even though you are above 30. But you're the young people. You are deceiving yourself. This man deceived you, used you, sat on your future, destroy your future, delayed your future, and even your own children you're having now, because most of you're having children. You're in the 12th grade, but you got 2 3 children. In university or college, you got 2 3 children. Your children, those children that you already have, their future has been delayed by the 6 years of this guy presidency. And you want to tell me you have no idea about that one? Especially if you live in Liberia. I'm not even talking about those in the refugee camps in other parts of the world or so. But if you live in Liberia, this past 6 years, it doesn't matter you were watching George Weah car or you were the one that was taking care of his dog. I don't even think you have dogs in Liberia. His dogs are abroad. But the fact that the whole nation was being stopped to progress by this man and his bunch of gangs. your future was delayed. Your future was denied. Your future was being tampered with. Your future was destroyed. Number one, when you're coming to power, and these are some of the reasons you voted him for. Oh, the man is a great football player. He was a great football player. The man get money. When he come, he only look after us. He wouldn't want any money from us or so. Maybe even some of you guys during 2017 elections or campaigns or so, you came out and start saying, the moment I may come to power, the rest price will come down. Rest price at $13 will buy it for $5 or so. I was in Liberia. I listened to many of you young people. You're disgraced, even the older people, for wearing the lappers of other presidential candidates just because of Weah. Our older people couldn't talk anything on the bus. You live from Raleigh all the way going to Douala. The older people will not talk anything. You will insult them. That this man was bringing a change that you will benefit from. This man was bringing a change that will transform your life. You went as far as promising you. Since there are plenty of young people that voted for me, what I'm going to do is to make sure that I build about 7 football stadiums and at least 1 football academy that I will manage, that will be under my command, that children, young people will actually follow their potential. He didn't promise that. Yes, he did. Have you seen the 7 football stadiums and 1 football academy? That's how he robbed your future. Let me tell you now. Because some of you, at the start of his presidency in 2018, and probably some of you were 25, and now you're 26 or so. Where have you been? All the languages, all the words you've been hearing from Weah, have they come to pass? Then you're sitting down on the Blue Abbey and you're talking, he was the best president ever. By the time he came to power, what did he do? With all of the promises that he made for you, that young people are going to be lifted up. The Liberian business people, those are doing petty businesses, those are actually also having opportunity to leave Liberia to go and bring containers of goods and things. They will be put at the forefront of everything. What happened? Did he do it? He didn't. The Chinese are still importing and also having stores in Liberia. The very goods that our people will go and buy and spend money to buy in China to come back home and sell so that they can make profits. The same Chinese will go and bring containers of the very goods and then cut our people then throat. There are people selling the thing for $1. They sell it for 75 cents. So obviously our people's goods will be kept down. Because for them, they're coming from their factory direct here, direct in Liberia. Did he ever speak about it? No. And some of you are young boys and young girls. Whole day you're passing around begging. And then you're telling me that George Weah was the best president ever Liberia had. Are you mad? Oh yes, you are mad. In 6 months' time, what did he do? We didn't see him putting up buildings. Over 140 flats or how do you call it, apartments. He get put in one compound also. He became an overnight property developer, a real estate agent, as they are referred to here. He cut you off because of that. Okay? Then you are here stupidly saying that he was the best president ever. That's where he started the corruption. The small money that Ma Ellen left, he grabbed everything he sat on and he started putting into property development. Building an amusement center, Jamaican resort, so that they can be doing whatever they have been doing there and stay doing. Cut you off there, right there, young people. He cut he cut your future, or it sat down on your future right there. Because the money that should have been put in the system to build vocational training institutions, he started in building properties for himself. With that not being enough, now within just 1 year, under 1 year, you heard about the private jet. He denied, but later on, the person came out and the Burkinabes came out and said it. I myself spoke to that man. He himself called me on WhatsApp and I interviewed him. At the time I was still working for Radio LRB. $30 million. Where did he get that money from? Just within 1 year time. Then our national coffers he went to, then our taxes, our revenues that was being collected. Then he went and put behind that private jet, and he sat down on your future. That $30 million, you think if George Weah was going to build, or immediately going to construct a vocational training center, even just in Mosorado County, to be the best, to be well equipped or so. You think some of you will be sitting down right now on this particular blue app and think you only come there to share your experience, to share the good fruit that you have labored from through his ingenuity. Of course, you will have come, but not coming here to consider here and can't tell somebody George Weah was the best president ever. All of these things I'm making mention of, does it make somebody to be good leader, to be a good leader, who will sit down on the good virtue of other people in the future. That plane, okay, the jet plane, he bought it personally. Why do you think he is afraid to even park that plane in Liberia, RIA or James Prince Field? It's because he used our money to buy it. It's because he corrupted us, our children's future. He corrupted our children's future and bought that plane. That's why he's afraid. He can't park it there. That maybe anything spark up or so, angry people will go and burn that plane. That's why it is parking in Senegal. Yes. And you know how much we're paying quarterly, every 3 months? How much money go to the Senegalese aviation there? That's the money that goes there every 3 months to make sure that he parked that plane over there. Can transform JFK within 6 months. That you will not go there and say, they tell you, say, if you don't go and buy guns, you're somebody that the foot is broken, we can't do anything about it. Then you say now on the blue app here, you're talking George Weah was the best president ever. With that not being enough, $16 billion, it went in thin air. $40 million, that went in thin air. Up to now, we don't know. With that not being enough, didn't he order that Samuel 12 go in the personal account of our donors, the donors to Liberia, the people who came together, international people that are on the ground who came together, they open their account, they put money in there. Sometimes when we get jam as a government, they go in there and pick us a small thing and give it to our government. Every day we're begging to even support our budget. But with all of those ones not being enough, just we are going into that people in the people personal account and took money from there, stole money from there. The people never came out and gave a press release with anger that they have never ever witnessed something like that in any African countries that they've been helping. What kind of nonsense is that? Then you hear you calling him best president ever. Would that not be enough? $25 million put aside for the roads. Where that money gone? And it went into a consolidated account that we have no idea of. It just came up now and blew up in the air. Good president, best president ever. With that not being enough, there are not 3 of the government officials that the United States government have to take step against and kick them and even ban them from going to the States also? What step he took? We just came on the face value to say, oh, the people are suspended. But up to this present, all of them are still working for the government. They're getting paid. They're getting all the benefits and things. They say he's the best president ever. Are you mad? Yes, you are mad. Would that not be enough? The COVID fund, $30 million. $30 million. The World Bank, IMF, WHO, they gave us good money. I guess small money Liberia added there. $30 million. It was intended that this money should go like they did in many, many other countries. Government was able to give small thing to their people. That money was intended that it should go to all of us. They sat down on that money. They took that money. They put it in their personal bank accounts. And you telling me that he was the best president ever? $30 million. Would that not be enough? The vaccines issue came up. $75, $100 for express. That when you go, once you enter, or if you leave abroad, you enter Liberia, you will take vaccine. Even if the country you're coming in doesn't require you to take vaccine, they will. The country you're leaving from doesn't require you to take vaccine. When you enter Liberia, you have to take vaccine. You leaving even if you spend two nights or one night, and the next day you go in, you got to take vaccine, and all of that you got to pay either $75 or you pay $100. That money, you ever heard any account of it? I went personally to the vaccine center and I started investigating. And the director only told me, say, brother, we just here. That money we just here and we just passing by us going and thing. He opened a personal consolidated, he opened another consolidated account that then money was going. It's an small money we generated. Yes, through that vaccine or through those vaccines. And that's small money. The money was generated. Up to now, have you heard one day President Weah addressing the nation and saying and telling us, or McGill or the whatsoever, whosoever to address the nation and say, when we launch the vaccines, this is what we got out of it, and this is where we spend the money. Did you ever hear them? Nonsense. And you're saying now all this blew up and talking about he was the best president ever. Eh? How many vocational training institutions they may build that he left for us? You, the young people, so-called young people that are still sitting down here, even though he let you down so much like this, but you're still sitting down here. Oh, I was missing. Oh, he's in my blood. Oh, in 2029 he coming back and this and that. Go waste your time. That George Weah will come back in 2029 to run for president. Eh? You're making destroy a children's future like that, and you're sitting down here on this blue app and you praising him that he was the best president ever. Joshua was never ever. All of these synopses are putting together. Just sit down and think. In 2018, early 2018, when they established that CDC TV, I did a video in which I was speaking directly to the leadership of the CDC party. That you need to invest in the young people. You need to put money and invest in vocational training institutions. Let these young people be awarded with scholarships so that they can go and learn. Even if you can't afford to send them abroad to go to university or so. After 4 or 5 years, before even your finish with your first term finish, majority of them will be coming back or so with their degrees and things, and you're sending them. Or if you can't even do that, then create or put money in vocational training institutions. I did that video. I share it on their CDC TV. What happened? They didn't block me. Yes, they did. Took my video down and they blocked me from having access to that TV. They did it. I went on the CDC page again, the same thing. I shared the same video. But the leadership thought that I was putting sense in the heads of the young people. Or maybe they thought that I was pushing the young people against them. But no, I was telling them to fight. I was telling the young people to fight. Because I went through the same thing. I benefited from it. You know, a good leader will invest in people. Investing in people makes somebody a good leader. Yes. And Charles Taylor did it. Gange did it. When that's what got me out of Liberia. Because I was awarded a scholarship from the party, directly from the MPP, to leave and go to Cuba and ended up here in the United Kingdom. But some of you, if some of you said, well, in my case that time, the opportunity came, they say, you want job or you want, what do you want? And I told them, I said, no, I don't want to work. I would have gotten an assistant minister job. I would have gotten a director or assistant director job anywhere or so. But I told them, I said, no, I want to learn. I would prefer a foreign scholarship and thing. But many of you will have even grabbed a job. And after certain time, the same way Ma Ellen did, when she came, she started downsizing and kicked all of them out. Today, what I learned, nobody can take it from me. You see, good leader, they invest in people. They don't invest in themselves. Good leader, they invest in future generation. Like when you put a vocational training on the ground right now, it is not only for this generation, but generations to come. That's what makes a good leader. George Weah was never a good leader because he never did any of these things. So you get off from this social media, because already the people were in power. They didn't even look up. They didn't even look after you people. What you can do now to say you're promoting them, to say they're going to look for you and get you scholarship, or they're going to look for you to get you job. You sat down there. You've been talking all bad mouthing all the other people and thing. Boo, they just grabbed Henry Costa and gave him $1,000s. $1,000 they pay in cash. They say, come and help to promote us. All of you now, you've been spending your time, you're buying your data on your own, your struggle, you beg people to give you something like $2 or so, then you go buy data, you put it inside, you're hating George Weah and the CDC also. They left all of you behind, and they went and gave a kind of huge money to one individual who is just a liar also. You can't even say anything. You miss your chances. You're wasting your time on the TikTok. You're wasting your time on the Blue app. Honestly. Nobody's going to pick you up there and say, oh, you're talking something good. We're going to get you scholarship, or we're going to send you to Cyprus. We're going to send you to this and that country or so you can go and advance yourself. They're not going to do it to you. Forget it. You were forgotten when you were in there. At this stage, they're not even going to recognize you. So just sit on there. They'll not even watch your videos. That's nonsense. You're just wasting your time. Let's come on a peaceful. Now, George Weah, was the most peaceful president ever. Come on, are you serious? Are you serious? When George Weah cannot even talk about issues that can bring about peace and harmony, that can resolve distress, that's not being peaceful. Oh, do you remember about Gifted Lama and Abba Peters? When their bodies were found in a car on Broad Street? The president spoke that time and said that it was girlfriend and boyfriend business. Is that how a peaceful leader would talk? The family members are grieving. The children are grieving for their parents. And you go say that kind of thing. And you referring to this man as being very peaceful person? Are you mad? Yes, you are mad. All of the deaths, mysterious deaths that have been taking place in Liberia. You ever one day heard George Weah talking about it? Taking responsibility? The rape that was going on rapidly in Liberia was just growing, until I personally, through Justice Forum Liberia, we organized a big protest that led to the government calling for a two-day national conference on gender-based violence and rape. Had it not been that we took that stand, had it not been that I wrote that personal letter to President Weah, and the letter was published in the newspaper, perhaps it's not even going to be moved to have the conference. Come on. A peaceful person, a peaceful leader doesn't behave like that. George Weah was never ever a peaceful or the most peaceful leader we ever had in Liberia. Just stop fooling yourselves. Stop lying to people. He was saying, we are all not novice. I am not. If you call yourself a young person and you have no idea with respect to what constitutes somebody who is peaceful, then ask questions, we will educate you like I am educating you now. Okay? Well, this shaman was murdered in the home of a pastor or reverend or so. We call him reverend. Was murdered. My understanding, the fellow being accused or the fellow who the house belongs to is the close or relative to the current vice president of Liberia, Madam Joy Howard Taylor. Did she ever talk about it? Then you say, did George Weah ever talk about this, about that death? No. Princess Cooper died the same way, mysteriously. Nyeswa died mysteriously. Vomboto died mysteriously. When I saw these guys' bodies lying down as Moses in the theater, I couldn't believe my eyes. Why would anybody kill another person? Just because they say they have a secret when they reveal it, the government will be damaged. You ever heard him talking about it? No, not a day. That's not what constitutes a peaceful leader. When trouble happens in the country, a peaceful leader will take the lead. When trouble takes place, when the people are actually grieving, especially when if God it touched the whole nation, a peaceful leader will speak to the issue, not to make fun out of it. You know that Abba Peters and Gifted Lama, that statement that President Weah made is still making the family to grieve, including the children, that they were a boyfriend and girlfriend. They were doing their girlfriend and boyfriend thing. That's not being peaceful. A peaceful leader will never ever speak like that. No way. So you get up, you grow up. I'm here to beat sense in your head. You wake up. The man failed you. He failed you guys for 6 good years. 6 unbroken years. He lied. He lied to you. And still you sitting down here on the blue app and you praising him that he was the most best president ever or was the most peaceful president ever. George Weah was never any of those because of his attitudes, because of the way he was leading. He's very envious. He's very jealous. If this guy was actually the most peaceful person, the moment he came to power, all of the former football players in Liberia would have been in his government. But he sidelined all of them. He called a speech for majority of them. He don't speak to them. No. That's not being peaceful. That's not being the best leader. No. It was never. Most of those guys, they've been suffering in Liberia. They're just hanging around, nothing going on and whatsoever. Imagine you and somebody being in a, you're being playing on a team or you're being on a team together for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You know each other good and whatsoever. And God bless you. You are sent to a position that you're supposed to help all of them, but you call a speech with them. That's being peaceful? Come on. When last you heard George Weah even talking about, the land dispute that are going on where people can even be killed also. You ever heard him one day speaking to the issue? Mob actions taking place in Liberia also, where somebody will be stoned to death also. You ever heard him speak to those issues? That's not being peaceful. A peaceful leader will never ever behave like that. You will always be there for your people. You will always talk to your people to calm them down. A good leader, best, if you say he was the best, the most best, I don't know how they can describe it, ever president the man left you struggling. He took off to go watch football 48 days. All the other leaders in the West African basin, they were even laughing at us. They were playing joke out of us. Comedians from other international community, or countries or so, took on the topic and they started laughing at us as a nation. The president leaving the country for 48 days just to go sit down on the football field and watching. And at the same time, our taxes are going to pay for him being there. The money that was wasted there will have gone into building or constructing a vocational training institution in Nima County, a vocational training institution in Bomi County. But that money was going in a personal bank account. And you come in here to come sit and say that the man was the best president ever Liberia had. Are you mad? Yes, you are mad. Are you crazy? Yes, you are crazy. That's why you're doing this nonsense. And you call yourself a young person. You're saying that, George Weah will come by 2029. Oh, we're missing you. And you're saying, I want to take to you're singing all type of stupid songs there and thing. You're missing your go to a house. You'll go line up in front of a house. That nice street when you're even passed by the police gate, at the time you will know that you are there for him. Go. Nonsense. George Weah was never, ever the best president of Liberia. George Weah was never, ever the most peaceful leader in our country. No. That's why I gave you all of this lined up. The level you know to sit down to yourself, you think good, and you analyze what I just said, what I have given you. These are facts. I'm not making anything up. These are facts I'm giving you, and I know if you have a conscious mind, you will definitely sit down and you have to take the back seat, not to come on this TikTok here and start talking nonsense. Especially the other young girls, irrespective of whatever relationship you have with President George Weah. For you to sit down on TikTok and start praising that he was the best president, you are very delusional. Yes. For you, you're the young girls. For you, I don't care what kind of relationship you have with Weah. You personally, perhaps you are just one in a million that was enjoying, that was receiving small kappa and thing. And then you still wanted him to be there because the corruption money he was living on, he was sharing with you. And then you come and sit down here to say George Weah was the most peaceful president ever Liberia had. Are you mad? Yes, you are damn mad. You are damn mad. And I am mad too. That's why I'm talking back to you like this. Because what you're saying is making me mad. Nonsense. George Weah was never any of the two best president ever, peaceful president ever. No, he was never ever. And to me personally, I feel a great relief. Yeah, just like I was carrying someone a huge bundle on my head. Or those days when we used to go on the farm and we tote wood on our woods, we tie the bundle really heavy. Sometimes you tie it, to the extent that when you reach home, your neck is like that. When you put the bundle down, boom, you can feel that relief. That's how I'm feeling right now. That this man is finally not the president of Liberia and will never be president of Liberia anymore again. I will use the word never. Never belong to God, but I will use it. Because nobody will be crazy. Nobody will be stupid enough that if George Weah happened to come back to be standard bearer of the CDC, if the CDC will ever survive, to making him president again. He's not even going to turn crazy to say he won't be president anyway. Me personally, I don't even know if the CDC will even survive. Because I wanted the stealing money was keeping CDC up. Eh? Because how they go to the party headquarters now to know that you're the young people, they finish with you. Go to the party headquarters now. All the pump and pageantry is still going on. Nonsense. You have missed your chances. The time I got on this blue app here in 2018, early 2018, and started educating you. You get behind these people, let them give you scholarships. You get behind the people, let them educate you. You get behind the people, let them build vocational institutions, training institutions in each county or so. You thought I was talking nonsense. But yeah, you guys now. Frustration making you to come on Facebook now or either on TikTok to even attack people that you're not even supposed to be attacking. Some of you, you're not even finished with high school. Then you come in bad mouth somebody like American that the other guy, I was listening to the other day. Insulting American. Eh? You're not even finished with high school. Then you're questioning the education of American. Are you mad? Yes, you are mad. American this, American that. Nonsense. You need to grow up. For me, I'll keep telling you the damn truth. I'll keep saying the damn truth, and I'll keep educating you guys. If you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, you leave it. I finish saying my own, and it's on record. It will be on Facebook. It will be on YouTube for years to come. At least somebody will say yes. Max said it, but they didn't listen. You can't continue to be stupid like this. Nobody using you again. Because CDC don't have time for you again. Mobile money don't have time for anybody. Just we are thinking about what's going to happen next when the government take over. Yes, that's all he's thinking about. Whether they subject him to audit or so. We think about where he's going to live, whether in Ghana, whether in Jamaica or so, or whether in South Africa. These are countries that they finish building their mansions there. He finished building his mansion, he his wife or so. They're not even thinking about you. Go sit down on TikTok and be wasting your time. Then you think somebody will recognize you from the CDC and call you again. Those guys and everybody running after their survival right now. Whatever they were able to get yesterday, right now they're trying how to keep it, how to hold on to it. That we will not take it from them. That the incoming government will not take it from them. You think they'll be looking after you? You go sit down there. You go to that party headquarters and you think mobile money will look at you. You go to that party headquarters and you think Eugene Nangwe will look at you. You go to that party headquarters now, you think the Secretary General, Jefferson Koji will look at you. No, they don't with you. They don't. The time I was calling for the vocational training institute, you thought that I was talking the wrong thing. Yeah, the government not even come to power yet. 20 people they come and send abroad to go study. These individuals are going. They are going to be benefiting directly from an institution. But then the knowledge they're going to gain, it will be with them inside here. That whether they come back to Liberia and be employed by this government or not, in the near future, they will benefit. In the near future, they will reap the benefit because they get it here. But you sat down there for 5-6 years. When I was sitting down on the blue app here, educating you, you accepted that the CDC people should block me on their CDC page. You never came back when I sent that video educating you. You use your head. You ask the people for scholarship. Some of them you know them personally. Go to them, ask them to give you scholarship. You put it behind them. County coordinators or so, you come together, young people. You ask the people to build a vocational training institution in your county or so. When the CDC people or mobile money then took that video of mine in 2018 when they took it down, any of you came back to say that it wasn't right or so, and you agree, But look at the state you're in now. You were begging 26 years. Some of you were begging to live, going to that party headquarters. Sometimes you walk and you go back home like that. If you lucky, you get some now $150 Liberian dollars. You go home. You don't even know what to do. Buy gari or buy banana or whatsoever. You allow the people to damage your future like that. Then you're still having brave man to come sit down on this blue app to be praising them. George Weah was the best president. George Weah was the most peaceful president. One of my feet. But this the way they corrupted this nation. Me, every day, I'll keep putting words in this president-elect's ears. I'll keep putting words in your ears. Audit must go on. And that's why I'm even encouraging all of them. They should declare their access before they take seat. They should declare their assets before they take seats, so that they can set precedents. If the Christmas will be enjoyable, fun, beautiful, the Eve have to say it. This must stop. Nothing will be repeated. Personally, I will not say therefore anything to be repeated from that of the Weah-led government. It was a criminal gang government. They damaged us, damaged our reputation to the outside world, selling our passports, selling even our diplomatic passports. The only Liberians supposed to handle something like that. They sold them to foreigners. Foreigners are carrying our diplomatic passports. Somebody saying that way in Saudi Arabia, they have not even been to Liberia before. They have diplomatic passport of Liberian diplomatic passport. For me, I will continue to be banking the doors of JMB every day on this passport issue. This passport must be recalled. Cancel all our passports as soon as you take power. Cancel them. Let everybody go back home or go to the embassy to get new ones. So we change all the passports immediately. This government must change all the passports because criminals are carrying our passports. They sold our passport. It came to the point that even the vice president name was mentioned in it. It came to the point that Besanga family name was mentioned in it. It was proven. The case was proven. Those people. How will you sell your birthright to other people? How will you sell your whole nation passport to foreigners? You don't even know their background. You don't check their background just because you want money. $2,000, yeah, we sell it. $2,000. People, countries, rich people, even countries, the United Kingdom that are in here, they do sell passport to citizens or other nationals. But only when you are in that country and you are intending to open business, that you are only coming in that country particularly to open business to be able to help the country. They will sell the passport to you, some kind of passport to you, so you have the right and thing. They did it to the late. This guy did it. Okay, what's his name? The Arab guy, I forgot his name, man. It's one of the richest guy here. Harold. The guy who get Harold stores. He was the father of Dodi. Dodi Raphael, eh? Dodi that died along with Princess Diana. That guy was not born here. That old man was not born here. Nothing. He left his home to come to the UK to do business. And he decided to buy the citizenship. He paid cash down the citizenship and not small money. And then, to be honest, the places he's running, if you buy one shirt there, if you buy one trouser there, you're not small person, you're not small potato. Okay? You can sell the passports, but not when the person is sitting away in their country and you sell the passport for them. Or either you go make them some kind of some kind of consulate. You don't even make Liberian consulate. Most of our embassies, George Weah went and make strange people as consulate. That they don't even know anything about Liberia, but he went and gave them the position as the consulate general. Come on, man. Then that good leadership there? It is not. It is not. I've gone 15 minutes into this program now. I think I'm going to stop here. But this is it again. I will be back again on you guys, the young people, especially of the CDC. You have done yourself a disservice. The time you are supposed to talk, you didn't talk. That now you want to talk. It's late. Very, very late. Because nothing you get from these people now, all of them, they are angry. They are angry because power is no longer in their hands. So they are dealing with that. They are grieving right now. They're not going to pay attention to you. Though your video you're doing, George Weah was the best president, George Weah was the most peaceful president, it's just going to stay in your own domain. That is it. That is it. Thank you, Florence. Florence Colley, that one by only Omer Bago. Even today, I'm saying long list of my own suggestion to the new government. Long list. And one of it is the passport issue. For me, it hurting me a lot. Our passports are in the wrong hands. Recall them. Cancel all of them. Those of you that get your diplomatic passport, because diplomatic passport, it won't be issued in any foreign embassy. You will come back to Liberia. Let's see now whether they will come to Liberia to renew their passports. That one should be number one in the first 100 days. In fact, it should even be included on the inaugural in the inaugural address that those passports will be requested. And one of the things I suggested to the Ome as well, which I just wrote in. This thing about 15, 20 cars following one person is nonsense. 15, 20 cars. The man living from executive mansion going home. 15, 20 cars following him. The man living from the house going to executive mansion. 15, 20 cars following. That's a waste of our taxes. Waste of our money. That's what I've been suggesting to him. Cut down these cars to at least 5. Cut it down to 5. Cut it down to 5. Use three motorbikes in front, 3 motorbikes behind. That's it. But these expensive cars as well. Some of them take up to 20, 25 gallons. 25 gallons of fuel also. Very expensive to manage. Following one person. The president passes, so you see 20 cars passing. That's complete nonsense. Some of them will leave their job. Cabinet minister will leave their office just to follow president and servants. I've been suggesting to the Ome, please pay attention to this one. Cut down the number of cars in the motorcade. You will save money. Because right now we're talking about saving money and putting it in the healthcare system, saving money and putting it in the education, so that at least the early childhood education can start. Yeah, our children should be, by the time they reach, they can even be in the nursery. They start learning. We put money inside. Early childhood development program should be paid serious attention to. If we cut those cars, the cars that are following George Weah, that have been following for the 6 years, the cars that used to follow Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for 12 years, the cars that used to follow Charles Taylor for the length of time he was there, there were too many. And we're just wasting money. That's nonsense. In the great United Kingdom here, the Prime Minister moving. Sometimes you only see 2 cars. You see 3 motorbikes in front, 2 or 3 motorbikes behind. The people save money. They get money here, but they save it. They don't just use it like that. We who don't have money, we're begging people every day. We spend more than what we're having. What kind of nonsense is that? Cut down the motorcade. And when those cars are parked, the engine should go off. Because some of them, when the president is somewhere for even 2 hours, that the engine will be running, will be beating. The air conditioner will be running. You know how much money we lose every day when the president or go somewhere also? The car beating whole day. Bam, 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 bam. The next day again, they have to go fuel. All that money is just going to waste. That's complete nonsense. No. And one thing I suggested to him as well, the Excellency Joseph Nyumabwaka, and I want him to even speak on it. The issue of mob action in Liberia, it got to stop. Mob action. Somebody will do something, everybody jump on the person, they start beating on the person. Stop beating. Florence, I finished saying it already. I'm on call. I finished saying it already. Thank you very much. I send it. This thing about mob action also I mentioned in this document, in this piece of paper, a suggestion I sent to him. Mob action. Let the new president speak about mob action. The president, when you speak on issues, the people can take it serious. You see, the reason most of the thing was happening that day repeatedly because President Weah was just a bobo president. He wasn't speaking on these issues. He wasn't sending warnings also. But I am encouraging. That's why I send it. That I'm encouraging His Excellency JMB to speak on the issue of mob action. It have to stop. The last time in Foya, they beat two. They stoned those people to death. The last time in Ghanansville on the freeway, they stoned that little child until he died. I just saw a video 2 days ago again. Though the motorcyclists are stoning this guy who is hiding in some kind of house. He's trying to come out, they're stoning him with rocks. They say he stole motorbike. You're finished getting your motorbike already. Why can't leave a man or you're grabbing your carrying into a police station? I don't even know whether that guy survived. I couldn't even watch the video to the end. This issue of mob action. Our leader, they knew our JMB. JMB must speak to the issue and send strong warnings. And one of the things I also send my piece of advice on is the issue. Look, this new government, they got to be tough. The police director must be tough. The justice minister must be tough. And must be, the both of them must be what? Patriotic sons or daughters of Liberia. Then they will work good. Patriotic sons and daughters of Liberia. If we have somebody who loves this country at heart, who will love the people of Liberia, and who will want to see Liberia image being rebuilt, the police director must be tough. The justice minister must be tough. Because the way we're seeing things, people will just feel that St. George Weah was not somebody that was talking. They were not tough and not whatsoever. Everything they were doing just his days. They should continue with it like that. No, it shouldn't be business as usual. Mr. President-elect, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be business, Your Excellency. It shouldn't be business as usual. You got to come with toughness. That the only way you put this country back. Jerry John Rawlings, the late of Ghana, when he inherited Ghana at the time, from one coup to another, military government to another, one government military, when he took over, yes, he was tough. But his toughness today, that what making we can be talking, oh, Ghana good, Ghana good, Ghana better, Ghana good, and this and that, because he didn't play. So I'm not going to review everything that I say in that piece of paper, but those are some of the issues I actually suggested to His Excellency Joseph Nyumabwaka, that he have to do something. He got to be tough. That some of these things he had to take action on them seriously, and then we can move forward. It's 1 hour already. I want to say thank you so much for watching. Some of you, most of you came late, but I hope you had a great time. For those of you who will want to follow my most of my videos since 2008-9 or so, I'm on YouTube as well. Maxson Kpakio, Kpakio, Maxson Kpakio. If you tap that on YouTube, you'll find most of my videos there as well. So thank you so much for always following, and thank you for watching. And hopefully I will be back again. I think this is what I will continue to do. Motivate you, the young people. Tell you the truth. Be bold to you. And try to put things in the right perspective so that you can actually borrow and begin to live on. But stop calling George Weah one of the best presidents ever Liberia has. Stop it. Stop saying that George Weah was the most peaceful president ever Liberia had. Stop it. He was never any of the two. That's why I broke it down for you. He was never ever any of the two I made mention of. Thank you. God bless you. And take care.
With that speech, they preach indeed, and now you need the
bye. Hopefully I'll be back.
We saw it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you speak? Why does you allow the citizens to be? See, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us.